Hello there, welcome back to the channel, to my subscribers, and hello to any newcomers.
Boo.
So, in this episode, we're going to be tackling this. Now, I'm probably going to crucify the pronunciation of this, Beyerdynamic, whatever, space personal speakerphone. And it's been listed as faulty, not turning on. So, yeah, let's get this out of the box and go from there. Okay, so here's the device. It comes with a nice little Type-C cable, a little carrying pouch, the manual. Not sure if we'll need this just yet. I suppose have a quick look, can't we? Okay, so first steps, packaging stone, charging the battery, blah 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 blah. Display the battery charge health. Briefly press the. Okay, so these are all buttons here then. They're not physical. So I'm guessing these are some sort of capacitive touch, something like that. Working on your resistance of your finger, or optical maybe. So they're not physical anyway. But briefly press that to show the level. So red is 0 to 25% full, yellow is 25 to 62% full, bit of a random number, and green is back from 62.5 to 100%. Oh, we've got software updates on here. Okay, so this is just, I think this is quite a premium item. I've never heard the brand before. It's quite weighty for the size of it. So, ooh, look at that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So you've got a little adapter as well, Type-C to Type to just normal USB. Let's have a quick look on it anyway. See any damages. USB port looks good from my eyes.
It look good to me.
Guessing these holes here are like microphones maybe. Not much to it really. The only physical button we've got is the on-off button, so I guess let's give that a go. I guess we've got a charging indicating light for the port as well. So it's not turning on. I mean, yeah, that was going to be the case because it was listed as not turning on. Let's see if it draws any current. So we've got a flashing light indicating we're charging. And we're drawing 0.05 amps, which is nothing, is it? Let's look at that manual. Is this meant to flash or is it meant to stay like a steady on? It doesn't really say. It says just connect up the cable. We'll try the cable as well, see if that makes any difference. So it's doing the same still, even with their provided cable, so it's nothing to do with the cable. It's just flashing. And it's drawing hardly any amps, any current. That's not even a charging current. It's too small. Does it turn on with it plugged in? Nope. So when you try and turn it on, the LED lights flash quicker as well. You see? Right. I'm just going to let that do its thing for 10-15 minutes. I'll give it a chance at least, and we'll go from there. We're probably going to end up taking this apart. Okay guys, so it's been charging up for a little while. The current draw has not changed at all, still 0.05 amps, so not a lot. I doubt it's going to turn on, but we'll try it. So in the manual it says 1 to 3 seconds. nothing. Let's try again. And again, nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Aww. Right, I think we've got no choice here but to rip her open. Now, I did have a quick Google to see how these are broken down, but I think no one's actually fixed one before online, looks like. So yeah, this is going to be fun. So maybe there's screws underneath these feet here, or there's another way to get this apart. So yes, let's see what's under the here. If there's any screws. Nope, nothing on there. So probably no screws. Let's check all of them just to make sure. No. Nope. And same. Nope. Okay, what about under this label? I think there's a screw there. You can feel it right about there. So let's try and pull this sticker off carefully. Would like this intact if I can repair it, because they go new for 90 or £99, £100. So used can probably go for what, 30% of that, sort of 60 quid maybe. So I thought it was a screw. It's not. It's just a dimple where it's been injection molded. Sorry. Well, that's a loss as well. Right then, how do you get to it? So it's going to be tabs, isn't it? It's going to be plastic tabs somewhere. Maybe this part comes off first. Okay. So there we are. There's the speakers, and then we've got a little ribbon cable for the board. All those buttons and some foam adhesive covering that. Right. What I might do is just get this off the board, off the front end of this cover. Okay, so this is just, there's no adhesive. Okay, so I think, so we've got LEDs, that states LEDs, and we've got these prongs here. What I think these are is to, I think it's for the capacitive touch, or there's another sort of system, isn't there, for, yeah, it's either capacitive, yeah, I reckon these are for the capacitive touch, or they're making some sort of magnetic field that you break when your finger comes into contact, perhaps, and that's how it's doing the inputs of the buttons. There's no physical buttons. And then next we've got the screws holding this cover in place. So, is this going to be easy? We might have to get rid of this glue as well. Right, okay, that's that apart. So this cable threaded through here. We'll clean that up later. and just disconnected the speaker wire, which was connected there. So let's get that out of the way, and we're just left with this. Looks like it's just one circuit board and a lithium-ion battery. Is that a 18650 cell maybe? Let's get rid of all this stuff. Looks like we've got connectors here for, I reckon, the microphones. So yeah, all four corners, there's a microphone, it looks like. Let's get this board out. Let's continue stripping this down. Alright, that's the screws removed. And there we go. And what's left connected? Something's connected here, a ground wire, or is it an aerial? It must be an aerial or something here for Bluetooth, perhaps. That just pops off, doesn't it? Yeah, that comes off, and then the battery itself, little JST connector, and there we go. So, not a great deal going on this board, it looks like. Got some sort of IC there with some capacitors and resistors, crystal, some more capacitors down there. That's pretty much it on this side of the board. On this side of the board we've got some sort of microcontroller, inductors, capacitors, another microcontroller there possibly, some transistors, the on off switch. Yeah. Right. Let's put that down there. Let's see if we get anything on this battery. So I'm guessing some sort of BMS on this battery as well. So what does it say on here? 2500 milliamp hour battery apparently. But to me, the footprint of this it looks like a lithium ion cell, a 18650 cell, I reckon it is. Right, let's see, we've got any voltage on it. Okay, let's see what we get. So, normal voltage is 3.7. Well, 3.5 is the rated voltage. Charge voltage is 4.2, so let's see what we get. Apparently we've got nothing. Right, let's see if I actually get my probes in there properly. Zero. Right. Let's take this apart and get onto the board itself and measure. Nicely wrapped in some sort of foam adhesive, and it's going to tear itself off, isn't it? Tear itself apart. Yeah, so that's great. We're just going to have to go into that heat shrink to expose it. Okay, right, let me get this apart and I'll come back to you. Right, we're back. So I've got rid of all its dressing, all its clothing, and now it's in the nude. So what I found is there is some corrosion going on the anode part of the battery, on the positive. I don't know if you guys can see that, and also in the gap in here there's corrosion, and if we measure up on this cell as well, so bypassing the BMS there, we get a voltage of 0.05 volts. So this cell is completely dead. Now with this corrosion as well, I'm not even going to bother trying to revive it. I'm just going to change it for a new one. I've got these already, I'm not sure what the manufacturer of these ones are, but I've got Samsung ones here, genuine Samsung, not you know, these are not fake, these are genuine Samsung cells, so these are perfect. One of the best makes you can get for these cells, I think, or reputable manufacturers. So what I'm going to do is try and, this obviously has been spot welded on, these tabs, also on the negative as well, so I'm going to try and get them off intact, and then we'll solder them back onto the cell. I know it's not the best. I did used to have my own little sort of what would you say it is? Cordless spot welder. I used to have a cordless spot welder. That's gone, so that would have been handy to have now. So I'm just going to use solder instead, which is, you know, it's okay on the positive side because it's not, this cap here is not directly attached to the cell. The cell's down here, so we can heat this up quite hot to a hot temperature, and it shouldn't really affect the battery. This side, however, is quite thin, and the cell is directly beneath that, the insides of it, so you can go through this and then obviously into the cell and puncture it. The battery chemistry wise is lithium ion, which is dangerous, so we need to be careful here. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to try and use what we've got on here minus the cell, and then see if the hopefully the BMS is okay. Let's see how it goes. Let's get this off and then onto here. Right, let's give that a go. Right guys, so this is the new cell. You'll see that the BMS is off the actual battery because, well, with this connected, I still had no volts going to the lead, going off to the connector, off to the board. So got voltage between the negative and positive, that's fine, but with the BMS in circuit on the output of this board, there's no volts on it, so the board's failed. And you'll see the cell is corroded, it's leaked out, so I'm not sure what's quite happened to this cell, because the device looks new, so maybe it's been in storage, maybe it's leaked out, bad cell. Maybe that's upset this board as well. So I've got a brand new one coming to myself, bought one off eBay, but it's going to be a bit of a lead time. So what I did want to try and do is see if it works without the BMS in place, and go from there. So I'm not going to leave it like that by any means, because that's just, yeah, that's poor. This is just for testing purposes only, so yeah, don't copy this. This is for just testing only. But I just want to see what the device does with the battery, a healthy battery in place. So if we turn it on, there we go.
Battery low.
So battery low. So this cell is about 3.4 volts, so that's like the normal voltage. Fully charged is about 4.2, so yeah, it does need charging up, this cell. But the device comes on now, so I think the only issue with this device is this cell. This cell and the BMS. So I might try and get some microscope and see what's failing on here, and go from there. I might be able to fix this, perhaps, maybe. I don't know, but I've got one coming on the way anyway, which I've got to wait for, which is a bit annoying. Right, back again. Although this will be shot in one video, but it's been a few weeks since I've got the new BMS for the 18650 lithium-ion cell. So this is the old one, slightly different form factor. So we just need to graft this onto here. I'm gonna take the tabs off the board and just use what's on the cell already. I don't want to heat these up again. You know, soldering the cells is not, well, it's not great really. If I had a spot welder, which I used to have a spot welder, I would have spot welded the tabs onto the cell and then not expose it to too much heat. But they're on there now anyway, the tabs, so we reuse these and get these ones off. And then go from there. So I've ordered more card, but that's going to take ages because it's from China. These came before, So what I have got is lots of Captain tape, lots of foam tape. So again, I'm going to insulate this cell and pad it to keep it nice and safe to put back into the device. But ideally, I want the card, and then cover the positive and negative as well. But hey-oh, we'll still do a decent job though anyway. But yeah, let's get to it. Let's get these strips off, these tabs, and then get this in place. Oh yes, this is what else I need to do. On the top side of the BMS, there's no pads for the output. They're on the back, so I need to solder this way around. So this pad here and this pad, this continuity just goes right through, and same with this one. So we can just put the tabs onto this side of the board, and then our power out. So these two tabs here. There's no connection for the temperature sensor, but again, I think this will work without that, because it worked before with just the positive and negative in place. So yeah, and at some point, I think maybe another video, I'll look into this BMS and see what's failed on it, see if we can rectify it, see if we can fix it. So yeah, we'll leave that aside for now anyway, that'll be another video. We've got a new one, let's get it on and then get it all insulated, padded, the cell, and then put it back into the device, and we can test it then. But yeah, it should just be that, just be the cell. But why the cell failed, the previous one, no idea. I said before on the video, the device looks brand new to me. So yeah, anyway, right, enough waffling.
Oh, thank God.
Right, that'll do. Let me just confirm that we do have voltage still on the connector side, so we can just shove these in here, can't we? These are small enough, these are leads. A little bit awkward. Let me just... Right, negative. Alright, 3.4, so yeah, we're still good. Right, let's get this insulated, because I don't want nothing touching it and then it going kaboom. Like I said, would like to have that card, that sort of material that you normally see on these battery packs and cells, but I'm just making do with foam tape, because I'm waiting for that stuff to arrive. So, will this fit in here now? There we go, it all squeezes in there, just about. Happy days. Okay, so I know it's been a little bit awkward trying to get this all connected. So leave it at me, I'm going to connect it all up and go from there. So roll the 10 times speed. Right guys, it's been charging up for a couple of hours, it's fully charged. Let's show you it working, shall we? Right, here we go. So let's turn it on.
Battery high.
Right, let's push down the Bluetooth button.
Pairing.
Let's find it on the phone, space.
Pairing successful.
Ooh, nice
Your
one.
device is connected.
Thank you. Thank you, young lady, for telling me that. And let's just test it, shall we? So it's just video 13, my previous video. Volume controls. Hello people! Look at this big old box we've got here. So working. This is the play pause button. So it stops the video or music, whatever you're doing. Play. Obviously the call functions I can't use because I'm not on a call or being rung right now. Battery display, green, fully charged. So yeah.
We've got digital radio, we've got FM radio, we've got headphone output, Bluetooth wireless audio,
Cool. Well, let's turn this off. Right, here's another device fixed. That wasn't too bad, just a battery. Didn't have to get it under the microscope at all. So average repair really, but happy days. So this can be sold now, second hand. I think they go for, I can't remember if I mentioned in the video before, but I think they're about £100. So used, what's that? Third of the price off. So yeah, like 70 quid maybe, 80 quid, who knows? But anyway, main thing it works. And yeah, we'll look at something else in the next video. Thanks guys, take care now. Beloved Potato out.